I was the perfect parent. I knew exactly what to do in every parenting situation. Baby crying and crying, I would comfort them, make them smile. Brother and sister fighting, I would separate them. Little child misbehaving, I would scold them. Oh yes, contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, I was the perfect parent before I had children. But having children is hard work. And one of the hardest things to do with kids, take them on a trip. One day I was taking my 3 young children to Scotland to visit their grandparents. And I was taking them all by myself. It was a long and difficult journey. We had a 3-hour bus journey, followed by a 3-hour wait, a 10-hour flight, followed by a 4-hour wait, another 2-hour flight, followed by an hour's car trip to my parents' house. 23 hours in total. We waved goodbye enthusiastically to my husband at the bus stop. Bye! And then it started. The first little voice said, Mummy, are we nearly there yet? No! We've been in the bus for 10 minutes. We have another 22 hours and 50 minutes to go. 10 minutes later, are we nearly there yet? No. Every 10 minutes, are we nearly there yet? Are we nearly there yet? Are we nearly there yet? No. Then my 5-year-old son, Finley, spilt a sticky drink. And my 2-year-old daughter, Lily, she spilt some snacks. And the baby, Kieran, he spilt something else out the back of his diaper, all over himself and me. The smell was pretty bad and people were starting to glare at us. Sorry, sumimasen. Only 23, are we nearly there yet? Later, and we arrived, yes, at Kansai Airport. Another 20 hours to go. We had a trolley filled with suitcases, a baby in a pushchair, a 5-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a frazzled mum. And we were dirty. So off we went to the big disabled toilets to change. I changed all 3 of the children and had just taken my own trousers off when I looked up. And my 2-year-old daughter was standing with her hand over the big green door open button. No! But with a hee, she pushed it, the door shot open and she ran out. Ah! I ran after her, managed to catch up, grabbed her, put her under my arm, and then I realized I was in the middle of Kansai Airport in my underwear. Sorry. We went back to the toilet, but the door wouldn't open. My 5-year-old had locked the door from the inside. Open the door! He did open the door, and I quickly put my trousers on, and I was repacking the suitcase when the baby discovered a new toy. A red dangly string hanging from the wall. He pulled it and an alarm went off. It was the emergency court alarm. Sorry. We checked in the suitcases and made it onto the plane. Then a little voice said, Mummy, are we nearly there yet? No, we haven't even taken off. But the plane did take off and it was a bit bumpy. And my 5-year-old started to look very white and then green. I rummaged around looking for an etiquette bag, but it was too late and he all over the aisle of the aeroplane. The smell was awful and people were glaring at us. Sorry, sumimasen. It got cleaned up and things started to settle down until the man in front of my son turned around and said, can you stop your son kicking my chair? Sorry, sumimasen. I turned to my son and I said, stop kicking his chair. And my son said, "But Mummy, I'm bored. Are we nearly there yet?" No! A little while and a lot of mess later, and they turned the lights off and people started to fall asleep. I even tried. Just closed my eyes and I was awoken by shouting, yelling, crying, and it was coming from my children. The two older ones were fighting and the baby had woken up and was crying. Shh. By this time, it was me pulling my hair out and saying, "Are we nearly there yet?" We did finally make it to Scotland. And on the way, I discovered I am not the perfect parent. But maybe no one is. Perfect parent, perfect child, perfect Toastmaster doesn't exist. The truth is, we're all just people struggling to get there, wherever there may be. And maybe we need to give each other a little bit more compassion instead of glares, because after all, no one is perfect. And if you see this imperfect parent and her 3 unruly children on a train, plane, or bus, I'll just say, sorry, sumimasen. But please, give me a compassionate smile, especially if I am pulling my hair out and crying, "Are we nearly there yet?" Contest chair.